The reason things like birth rates are talked about so much in places like Japan and the US isn't because they actually give a shit about how many kids are born. If they did, we wouldn't live in a second Gilded Age where going to the store for shrimp can get you radiation poisoning. A world where most of us are poor and destitute. Maybe the worst environment to have kids in, because ironically, most individuals actually do like the idea of having kids. Just not when they can barely care for themselves. The setting up of this society is passively disincentivizing pregnancy through economic terror. It's just about controlling women's bodies, maintaining societal economic terror, and as a result, control over the lower class populations. They want us not to be able to choose, because they want us to live in fear that our lives might be derailed. And the child's not likely to have a good life and is far more likely to die at a very young age, but that does not matter, because it's just about making us more miserable and poorer, and that money goes up to the top. Preparation for having kids is important, and anti-abortion laws only really exist to make it harder to prepare for those of us at the bottom. Lack of preparation leads to more infant mortality, meaning less children, because a failed pregnancy can steal a woman's ability to have children. But they don't care, because it's actually just about stealing our agency, our money, to keep us scared and working under their businesses, fighting to keep our jobs, forcing ourselves into immiseration by making us sacrifice more and more of our personal pleasures and autonomy for our survival under their boots, pushing us to the floor, destroying the potentials many of us have to break our glass ceilings. This is why I center so much of my politics and messaging around pleasure and autonomy. Because our enemies have centered their economics around immiseration. Around stealing our pleasure, society runs on terror.